Good afternoon. I'm continuing my video lecture series. Now I'm going to continue my previous video like functions. And again, this is on call by value and call by reference. Now by call by value, parameter calling in this method copy values from actual parameter into formal parameter. Parameter calling in this method copies value from the value of an actual parameter is copied into formal parameter. Any changes made inside a function do not reflect in the parameter. Is there any function will be any changes made, it not reflected into the parameter. They having a program here as include studio.h void swap of swapping of two numbers here as void swap of int var1 and var2. We are having in formal parameter like var1 and var2, and now function calling also function declaration. We are using a dummy like temporary. We are going to assign a value to the temporary. Temp equal to var1 and var1 equal to var2, var2 equal to temp. Now going to your main function int var1 equal to 3 and var2 equal to 2. Printf before swapping, after swapping, before swapping swap of var1 and var2. Printf after swapping means return 0. If you are having a swapping var1 is 3 and var2 is 2, but after before swapping 3 and 2, after swapping means 2 and 3 is the answer. Now call by reference, parameter calling in this method actual parameter into actual parameter. The function actual parameter refer to the same location. Any changes made inside the functions are reflected in the actual parameter. As in studio.h, now we are using pointer here. Void swap of we are going to use address of var1 int star var1 int star var2. If we use variable parameter list not hold the address, so we use an pointer here. Same as on call by value, but same of the address of variable 1, address of variable 2 here. If you are having an example here, var1 value is 10, var2 value is 20, but the address of var1 is 1000 and address of var2 is 2000, and while we are calling ampersand of var1 means the address of var1 will be stored here, and then ampersand of var2 is 2000, the address of var2 is 2000. Okay, and then once again call by referencing is an parameter calling in this method actual parameter and function actual parameter. Once again I am recall my topic, conditions of return type and argument. Functions can either with or without arguments and return values. They may or may not return values to the functions or not. Function with no argument and no return values. Function with no argument with return values. Function with argument and no return values. Function with argument and with return type. Then we having a call by value and call by reference. Call by value means parameter calling in this method copies values from actual parameter into formal parameter. The values of parameter is copied from an actual parameter and copied into a formal parameter. Any changes made inside the function do not reflect in the parameter. Has include studio.h void swap of, we are going to use a function declaration void swap of int var1 and var2. var1 and var2 is a formal parameter. We are going to assign a value for temporary variable int temp equal to var1, var1 equal to temp, var2 equal to temp. Int main, we are using declaring the value var1 equal to 3, var2 equal to 2. Before swapping the value of var1 and var2 is 3, 2. After swapping swap of var1 and var2, swap of var1 and var2 is an actual parameter. So number of formal parameter is copied into actual parameter. So number 3, 2 is after swapping, the 2, 3 will be different. Call by reference, parameter calling in this method actual parameter and the functions actual parameter refer to the same location. Any changes made inside the functions are reflected in the actual parameter. Hash include studio.h void swap of now we are using pointer here because the value of address should be variable will be stored in here, same as has include studio data. So why it's for the function declaration will be happening here. Address of var1 and address of var2, and now store with the temporary variable. And then after in main function int var1 and var2 values and 3 comma 2 before swapping 3 comma 2, after swapping address of var1 will be stored, address of var2 will be stored. The value of var1 is 10 and 20. The value of var1 and var2 is 1000 and 2000. While we are calling ampersand of var1, ampersand of var2 means the address of var1 will be shown here, address of var2 will be shown here. Thank you. Thanks for watching.